Acts 9. And Shaul, yet breathing out threatenings and slaughter against the Talmudim of Adonai, went unto the high priest, and desired of him Cepher to Damascus to the synagogues, that if he found any of this way, whether they were men or women, he might bring them bound into Jerusalem. And as he journeyed, he came near Damascus, and suddenly there shined round about him a light from heaven. And he fell to the earth and heard a voice saying unto him, Shaul, Shaul, why do you persecute me? And he said, Who are you, Adonai? And Adonai said, I am YAHUSHA, whom you persecute. It is hard for you to kick against the pricks. And he, trembling and astonished, said, Adonai, what will you have me do? And Adonai said unto him, Arise, and go into the city, and it shall be told you what you must do. And the men which journeyed with him stood speechless, hearing a voice, but seeing no man. And Joel arose from the earth, and when his eyes were opened, he saw no man. But they led him by the hand and brought him into Damascus. And he was 3 days without sight, and neither did eat nor drink. And there was a certain Talmudi at Damascus named Hananiah, and to him said YAHUAH in a vision, Hananiah. And he said, Behold, I am here, Adonai. And Adonai said unto him, Arise, and go into the street which is called Straight, and inquire in the house of Yehuda for one called Shaul of Tarsus. For behold, he prays, and has seen in a vision a man named Hananiah coming in and putting his hand on him, that he might receive his sight. And Hananiah answered, Adonai, I have heard by many of this man how much evil he has done to your Kodeshim at Jerusalem. And here he has authority from the chief priest to bind all that call on your name. But Adonai said unto him, Go your way, for he is a chosen vessel unto me, to bear my name before the other nations and kings and the children of Yasharel. For I will show him how great things he must suffer for my name's sake. And Hananiah went his way and entered into the house, and putting his hands on him said, Brother Shaul, Adonai, even YAHUSHA, that appeared unto you in the way as you came, has sent me that you might receive your sight, and be filled with the Ruach HaKodesh. And immediately there fell from his eyes as it had been scales, and he received sight forthwith, and arose, and was immersed. And when he had received food, he was strengthened. Then was Shaul certain days with the Talmudim, which were at Damascus. And straightway he preached Mashiach in the synagogues, that he is the Son of Elohim. But all that heard him were amazed, and said, Is this not he that destroyed them which called on this name in Jerusalem, and came hither for that intent, that he might bring them bound unto the chief priests? But Shaul increased the more in strength, and confounded the Yehudim which dwelt at Damascus, proving that this is very Mashiach. And after that, many days were fulfilled. The Yehudim took counsel to kill him. But their laying await was known of Shaul, and they watched the gates day and night to kill him. Then the Talmudim took him by night and let him down by the wall in a basket. And when Shaul was come to Jerusalem, he essayed to join himself to the Talmudim, but they were all afraid of him, and believed not that he was a Talmudi. But Bar Navi took him and brought him to the apostles, and declared unto them how he had seen it YAHUAH in the way, and that he had spoken to him, and how he had preached boldly at Damascus in the name of YAHUSHA. And he was with them coming in and going out at Jerusalem. And he spoke boldly in the name of Adonai Yahusha, and disputed against the Yavanim, but they went about to slay him. Which when the brethren knew, they brought him down to Kekara, and sent him forth to Tarsus. Then had the called out assemblies rest throughout all Yehud and Galil and Shomeron, and were edified, and walking in the fear of Yahuwah and in the comfort of the Ruach HaKodesh were multiplied. And it came to pass, as Cepher passed throughout all quarters, he came down also to the Kodashim, which dwelt at Lod. And there he found a certain man named Antioch, which had kept his bed 8 years, and was sick of the palsy. And Cepher said unto him, Antioch, Yahushua HaMashiach makes you whole. Arise and make your bed. And he arose immediately. And all that dwelt at Lod and Sharon saw him, and turned to Yahuwah. Now there was at Yapho a certain Talmudi named Zeviah. This woman was full of good works and alms deeds which she did. And it came to pass in those days that she was sick and died. But when they had washed, they had laid her in an upper chamber. And forasmuch as Lod was near to Yapho, and the Talmudim had heard that Cepher was there, they sent unto him 2 men, desiring that he would come and not delay to come to them. Then Cepher arose and went with them. When he was come, they brought him into the upper chamber, and all the widows stood by him, weeping, and then showing the coats and garments which Dorcas made while she was with them. But Cepher put them all forth, and kneeled down and prayed, and turning him to the body said, Zeviah, arise. And she opened her eyes, and when she saw Cepher, she sat up. And he gave her his hand, and lifted her up. And when he had called the Kodashim and widows, presented her alive. And it was known throughout all Yapho, and many believed in Yahuwah. And it came to pass that he tarried many days in Yapho with one Shimon the tanner,